Obsidian Spears, the path of endurance. The battlefield was still steaming when Vaikato pried the Guardsman out of the smoking tangle of rebar. The man popped free with a wet schlup, dangling upside down in Vaikato's grip like a rescued catfish. He blinked several times, then offered a shaky salute from his inverted position. "Corporal Brannick, sir, 92nd Cordinian Moonrakers. Thank you, I think I was wedged in there for..." Vaikato set him upright with the resigned care of someone putting a decorative vase back on a shelf. "You were wedged for 3 minutes, long enough for that creature to consider you food." Brannick dusted himself off, then looked at the huge tyrannid corpse Vaikato had slain with a single swing. "Wow, you, really cut it in half." "Yes." "With one hit, yes. Uphill, yes." Brannick nodded solemnly as though absorbing holy truth. "Do you lads practice that?" Vaikato began moving with the ponderous thud hiss of power armor servos, each stride long and implacable. Brannick hurried after him, his boots slap-sucking in the mud, taking 4 frantic steps for every single one of Vaikato's. "You saved my life, you know," Brannick said cheerfully. "I owe you one." "No," Vaikato replied. "You owe me silence." Apparently, Brannick felt that 6 seconds of silence was long enough to repay the debt. "So, when you swung at the big screamy thing, did you know it had a secondary heart? Because my sergeant says Astartes have a 6th sense in the way you just..." Vaikato stopped, turned his helm and stared. Brannick swallowed, walking quietly. Yes. He walked quietly. For 8 entire seconds. "Your armor, sir, does it get hot, cold, sweaty? Do Astartes sweat? My mate says you don't sweat because you're all..." Brannick. "Yes, sir, I am walking." "Right, sorry, I'll be silent as a dead man, silent as a..." Brannick. "Yes, sir, you are not silent." They continued through the mire, Vaikato gliding with the unhurried assurance of a tide, Brannick flailing behind like a man trying to catch a moving tank with enthusiasm alone. Several hundred meters later, covered by Vaikato in 24 strides, and with Brannick face planting in what felt as many times, the Guardsman cleared his throat with the subtlety of an artillery impact. Sir?" Vaikato didn't slow. "Oh, for the love of..." he muttered. "What?" "That club on your belt, the stone thing, does it kill people?" Vaikato stopped so abruptly that Brannick nearly collided with the small of his greave. He turned slowly, teal lenses bright. "Brannick, it is a patu. It is a large, heavy club." "Yes, sir, but..." "It is wielded by an Astartes, by me." "Yes, sir, but..." "It is made of volcanic stone, dense enough to crack armor plate." "Yes, but..." Vaikato raised a gauntleted hand, searching for patience like a drowning man searching for air. "Brannick, it is a club, a very big club. What do you think it does?" Brannick considered this deeply. "Well, it hits things, sir." "And?" "Hits them hard. And?" Brannick's face brightened in revelation. "Oh, it kills them." "Yes, Brannick." Vaikato resumed walking. "It kills them, because that is what weapons do." Right, Brannick said, jogging to keep up. "Makes sense, really. Wouldn't be much point in an Astartes weapon that didn't kill someone, eh?" Vaikato made a noise through his vox that might have been a sigh. "Most things you hit die then." "Yes, everything, most." Brannick nodded respectfully, as if this were the most reasonable law of nature imaginable. "Good to know. I'll stay well clear of the patu then." "That," Vaikato said, "is the wisest thing you have said so far." They crested a ridge. Rain hammered down, turning the mud into a mirror. The fallback lines of the Cordinian mudrakers glowed ahead, floodlights, trenches, survival. Brannick gestured back toward the smoking crater. Sir, why were you even there? Don't you lot operate in squads? What happened to your team?" "They advanced," Vaikato said. "I remained behind. Left behind us. Did you fall? No, he paused. I was retrieving my Tahu. Brannick blinked. You dropped it? No. I threw it. How far? Vaikato considered. Far. Something about the way he said it suggested far meant into another time zone. Brannick's eyes widened. Wow. Yes, Vaikato said wearily. Wow. They descended into a shallow ravine. Vaikato stepped across it in one easy stride. Brannick attempted the same, overestimated, underbalanced, and promptly vanished knee-deep into the brown with a panicked flail. Without breaking stride, Vaikato reached back and hauled him up by the collar, holding him off the ground like an agitated laundry sack. Thank you, sir. Please walk upright, Guardsman, said Vaikato. Of course, sir. Brannick jogged beside him again, tiny, determined, ridiculous. Vaikato noticed something then. Brannick was panting, mud-soaked, sore and exhausted, but he refused to fall behind. Loud, foolish, exhausting, but stubborn. Vaikato could respect stubborn. He did not increase his pace, but didn't slow down either. So what's it like being 8 feet tall? Brannick asked moments later. Troublesome in low doorways. Do people bump into you a lot? No, they do not, sighed the Astartes. How much can you leap? Brannick. Yes, sir. I am deeply regretting rescuing you. Brannick nodded sympathetically. Sergeant says people regret meeting me all the time. You're not alone, sir. Vaikato resumed walking. That comforts me in no way. They neared the Moonraker's perimeter. Guardsmen shouted orders, stacked crates, checked weapons. One pointed. A weary lieutenant marched up, saluted Vaikato and sighed at the sight of Brannick. Corporal, of course. We'd assumed you were dead. Nearly was, sir, Brannick said brightly. But Sergeant Astartes here. He saved me, twice, and the club kills people. The lieutenant stared. Vaikato handed Brannick over like someone returning lost property. Your soldier asked many questions, he said. We know, the lieutenant replied. He is loud. Yes. And he believes my weapons may not kill, the lieutenant groaned. That does not surprise me, my lord. I was not aware that Astartes could get headaches until I met your guardsman, Brannick. The lieutenant nodded and bowed his head. Yes, my lord, my apologies and thank you. Vaikato stepped back, towering. I require no thanks, only distance. Brannick waved enthusiastically. Goodbye, sir, thank you. If you ever need help. I will not, Vaikato said quickly. Brannick beamed. Of course, sir, understood. One last question. No. Just one. No. It's about... No. Brannick wilted. Vaikato turned to leave, but paused. He looked back at the guardsman who had somehow survived both a Tyrannid attack and a 20-minute walk with him. He wasn't sure which surprised him more. Brannick. Yes, sir. Vaikato lifted a finger. Do not fall into any more holes. The battlefield had fallen silent hours later. Night mist rolled in over the blackened mudflats, thick and cool, drifting around the hulking form of ancient Tahu, where he stood half entombed in soil and steam. His optics glowed faintly teal in the dark. He had been listening, he always listened. A faint squelching approached, rapid, panicked, determined. Hello. Sir? Mr. Dreadnought, great stone giant. Brannick skidded to a halt before the towering sarcophagus, covered in mud up to his eyebrows. Tahu lowered his massive chassis with a hiss of ancient servos. You are Brannick. Brannick saluted so hard he nearly toppled. Yes, sir. Vaikato rescued me twice. And then he left, sir, in a hurry, very fast, running even. Tahu let out a thoughtful rumble. Yes, the Dreadnought said slowly. He does that. Brannick shifted awkwardly. He, seemed very tired of my questions. Tahu's optics brightened a fraction. Did he? Yes, sir, I asked about everything. His armor, his height, his patu. Did you know it kills people? I didn't realize it actually killed people, but it does. Tahu made an internal sound that might have been a laugh or a pressure leak. Hard to say. He did not appreciate your curiosity? No, sir. Interesting, Tahu murmured. Brannick looked up eagerly. Should I apologize or write him a letter? Or maybe ask fewer questions next time? Tahu leaned closer. The mud trembled. No, Brannick, absolutely not. The guardsman blinked. No? No, Tahu repeated, voice like cracking stone. You must ask more. Brannick gasped. More questions? Many more. How many more? Endlessly. Brannick beamed, visibly relieved. Oh, thank the throne, I was worried I'd offended him. On the contrary, Tahu said, the faintest hint of malice in his machine tone. You have done a great service. I have. Yes, you have revealed an opportunity. A pause, a delightful opportunity. Brannick, oblivious, nodded enthusiastically. What should I ask next time? Tahu considered. Ask him how he polishes his armor. Ask him how heavy his patu is. Ask him if the depths mess hall smells like fish. Ask him what size boots he wears. Should I write these down? Brannick asked, pulling a damp notepad from his pocket. Yes, Tahu said instantly. Write everything. Commit yourself to knowledge. And when you see Vaikato next, unleash it. Brannick scribbled furiously. Tahu's optics gleamed like malicious twin stars. He leaned back, satisfied. Go now, Brannick, he rumbled. Spread curiosity. Brannick snapped a salute. Yes, sir. And Brannick? The guardsman froze mid-turn. Sir? Tahu's voice dropped to a conspiratorial, earth-shaking whisper. Tell no one where you got these questions. Brannick nodded fiercely. Of course, sir. Your secret is safe with me. He sprinted off into the mist. Tahu hummed contentedly, deep and resonant like a pleased avalanche. Excellent, the Dreadnought purred. Let the enrichment begin. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed this story.